This is a new format that I'm kind of experimenting with. And that's basically because there's some things that I want to get across that would not fit well in a 1-minute tutorial and would not fit well in a class. But something that I've kind of wanted to get across for a while now is just the why behind all of the push that I make for designers to pursue illustration. Initially for me, I made a transition and it was very good for me. And just in that, I wanted to encourage more designers with an interest in illustration to pursue it. But today, I think that there's so much more reason or so much more motive for a designer to get into illustration work. And the main reason for that is that the biggest missings in illustrators today, I believe designers fill perfectly. So being a designer, you have a really good understanding of how people work and how people respond to certain visuals or certain organizations of information. And a big part of being a designer is, with every design that you make, getting to the core of why you're doing it. What purpose does this design need to achieve? Is it selling a product? Is it delivering a message? Is it evoking a certain feeling? Everything is very intentional as a designer, and along with being a designer comes the tool set to execute on those intentions. So if you're trying to get people to feel a certain way, you might understand which colors you should use or what font you should use, or again, just how you should lay things out in order to get people to look where you want them to look and feel how you want them to feel. And this, again, is something that is missing from illustration. It's very easy as an illustrator to just worry about making things look good. Really developing your skills to render flawlessly, to have all the line work in the right place, have everything anatomically correct. But if at the end of the day, this beautiful piece that you've made doesn't have a purpose, then it's gonna kind of fall flat with people, or it's just gonna kind of wash into the background. And so this is where I think these very skills that designers are excellent at are missing in illustration. So if you're a designer and you have an interest in illustration, you just love to draw, or maybe you've been doing it for a while, really look at all the experience you've had as a designer as not a different direction from that illustration, but actually a part of the same path. Like you have been priming yourself, maybe for years and years in the very skills that are missing from illustration work. Yes, you might not be executing where you want to be with your drawing skills, but we always have gaps that we need to fill, and those would just be the ones for you. So if you have any interest in doing illustration work and combining it with your design, or maybe doing 100% just illustration work, you're in a great place. And I think it's important that you recognize the strengths that you have as a designer, and if that's what you want, you pursue it. So I hope that this has been helpful, and that's given you maybe a different perspective on the illustration design worlds and how they work together. And if you'd like more stuff like this, just let me know. Take care.